Welcome back, everyone. Today I'm working on this Puch Magnum. I'm going to clean the points, set the points gap, and set the timing. It is raining. You might be able to hear a little pitter patter, but hopefully that's not too annoying. The tools for this are pretty basic. You'll need a piston stop or a screwdriver. You'll need a feeler gauge or a macaroni box, and a flywheel puller or a rubber mallet. We can start by removing the flywheel cover and then pulling the flywheel. The flywheel cover has two screws, one here and one down here. Remove those and set those aside. I usually set them right inside. Now we want to remove the flywheel, but if we just turn this nut, it'll turn the whole crank. So we have to put a piston stop in it. Remove your spark plug. Now insert your piston stop. You can also use rope. This piston stop will stop your piston and stop your crank from rotating. Now remove the crank nut. Now use an M26 puller to pull the flywheel. There's a little woodruff key in there. Do not lose that. These are the points. They open and close to give you spark. They are very clean, but I'm going to clean them up a little bit more with a piece of 600 grit sandpaper. I'm going to insert it and then just pull it through. Do that on the top and the bottom a couple times. When these two screws are loosened, you can rotate the stator to advance or retard the timing. This is how you would advance the timing, this is how you would retard it. This flywheel has a lobe on this side, and that little lobe pushes these points open. The flywheel rotates in a clockwise rotation on an e50 and a counterclockwise on a ZA50. So when it rotates, it opens the points and it makes the spark ignite. We're going to set the point gap to 0.4 millimeters with a feeler gauge, and to do that we're going to insert it into the points here, and then we're going to tighten this screw, and so when we pull this out it'll stay open that much. So attach the flywheel. Okay. Now we have to find top dead center. With the piston stop in, rotate the flywheel all the way in one direction until it stops. Make a little mark on the engine case and the flywheel. Now rotate it the other direction and make another mark. This time make the mark on the engine case. Now remove the piston stop, and when you rotate this to the middle, that is top dead center of the engine. You can double check this by inserting a screwdriver into the piston hole and moving the flywheel, and you'll feel that the piston pushes the screwdriver out, and it's at the highest point at the top dead center. That gap is too large right now. We want to make it a little bit smaller. With the flywheel at top dead center, insert your feeler gauge into the point gap. I'm going to loosen the point screw and then I'm going to tighten it. Now when I remove the feeler gauge, I'll have exactly 0.4 millimeter gap. You can see the points opening and closing now. To set the timing, I like to take a little piece of paper with a ruler on it and tape that so 0 is right at top dead center on the flywheel. The nice thing about Puch is their flywheel circumference is 360 millimeters, and so crank rotation is the same as millimeters on the outside. Puch's like being at 18 degrees or 18 millimeters advanced. So these points are opening right about here. And when we look at the top, that's opening a little bit too late at about 4 millimeters before top dead center. So we need to advance the stator by rotating it counterclockwise about 10 millimeters. So loosen those screws that hold it down, and then you can just reach in there and rotate it a little bit. And then check and see where it's opening. I'm going to double check it with the timing light now. couldn't see the timing light in the video, but it was firing at 18 degrees, right where we want it. Now that your timing is set, reinstall your flywheel cover and your spark plug and you're finished. So that's how you clean points, set point gap, and set ignition timing on a Puch E50. I hope this video helped you. Leave me a comment, like, and subscribe. Thanks.